Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Surbhi Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 13th of February. India has zero tolerance policy towards narcotics, says Interior Minister at BIMSTEC conference. US official says global terrorist Hafiz Saeed's conviction a step forward for Pakistan. And robot serves up food in Afghanistan for the first time. And now for all the details. India's Interior Minister on Thursday declared that his country has adopted a zero-tolerance policy towards all kinds of narcotics while addressing a BIMSTEC conference on combating drug trafficking in New Delhi. He said India wants to closely work with BIMSTEC and other countries to wipe out the menace.
India's Interior Minister Amit Shah on Thursday said India has adopted a zero-tolerance policy towards narcotics and the country's narcotics control measures will be overhauled so that smuggling and trade of drugs is stopped completely. The minister made the remarks while inaugurating a two-day conference on combating drug trafficking for Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation or BIMSTEC partner nations in New Delhi. He said that money obtained from narcotics trade is also used for funding terrorism and other transnational crimes, and it was the need of the hour for all the countries to join hands and fight the problem.
मैं आज आप सबको आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि हम दुनिया में से कहीं से भी भारत में मादक पदार्थों को आने भी नहीं देंगे और भारत से कहीं पर जाने भी नहीं देंगे। पूरी दुनिया में मादक पदार्थों की तस्करी को रोकने के लिए हम कृतनिश्चयी।
The BIMSTEC is a regional organization comprising 7 member nations, including Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand, besides India.
A group of 25 foreign envoys on Thursday met top officials of India's Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to assess the efforts by the Indian government to bring normalcy in the region. This was the second visit by the diplomats to Jammu and Kashmir since the region's special status was revoked in August last year.
A fresh batch of 25 foreign envoys on Thursday met Lieutenant Governor G.C. Murmu and other top officials of India's Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to assess the efforts by the Indian government to bring normalcy in the region. This was the second visit by diplomats in over a month ever since the Indian government revoked the region's special status, followed by its bifurcation into 2 union territories in August last year. On the second day of their visit, they also held meetings with Chief Secretary of Jammu and Kashmir and the Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court. Earlier in the day, the envoys were briefed by top Indian Army officials in Srinagar city about the security situation in the region and also on Pakistan's involvement in sponsoring terrorism in the newly formed Union Territory.
We are very pleased to see that there is commerce and traffic and people in the streets. I think it is very important that a number of ambassadors, not only from the European Union but from other parts of the world, are here to personally observe, talk, discuss with civil society, talk to the community and see for ourselves what's going on.
The envoys had on Wednesday held extensive discussions with political leaders, business community and civil society members in Srinagar city.
Moving on, the United States has welcomed the conviction of 2008 Mumbai terror attack mastermind Hafiz Saeed in 2 terror financing cases in Pakistan. Top US diplomat Alice Wells said that the move is an important step forward.
Top United States diplomat for South Asian Affairs Alice Wells has hailed the conviction of Lashkar-e-Toiba or LET militant group founder Hafiz Saeed as a step forward for Pakistan. Wells, in a series of tweets on Thursday, said that the conviction was a step forward both toward holding the banned Lashkar-e-Toiba accountable for its crimes and for Pakistan in meeting its international commitments to combat terrorist financing. An anti-terrorism court on Wednesday convicted the LET leader along with one of its associates to 5.5 years of rigorous imprisonment in 2 cases related to terror financing. The arrest of Saeed, accused of masterminding the 2008 Mumbai attacks that killed 166 people, had been a long-standing demand of the US and India. He was declared a global terrorist by the US and UN over his alleged role in the attacks. The verdict came 4 days ahead of a Financial Action Task Force meeting in Paris that is believed to determine whether Pakistan will be retained or removed from the grey list it has occupied for the past 2 years.
Mother of a Pakistani student in coronavirus hit China has expressed concern over her daughter's return. Pakistan government has ruled out return of its citizens from China, citing quarantine regulations.
Mother of Pakistan's Mehem Ali Khan, who is trapped in coronavirus hit China, has expressed concern for her only daughter's return, saying she fears Mehem might catch the virus. Mehem's mother Farah Kawal in Karachi said her daughter left Pakistan on 3rd of December and was expected to return on January 29 after completing her medical degree in Hubei province of China. She said the area of Hubei where Mehem is living was sealed off on January 24 amid the rapidly spreading coronavirus outbreak.
वीडियो कॉल्स तो तकरीबन मैं सारा दिन ही उससे लगी रहती हूँ क्योंकि वो एक रूम में बंद हैं, बस एक टाइम के लिए वो निकलती हैं खाने के लिए, बाकी अब तो वो भी शायद मेरे ख्याल में मुश्किल ही हो गया उनके लिए, तो बस सारा दिन वीडियो कॉल होती है। दादी परेशान है, चचा परेशान है, मेरे घर वाले सारे सब परेशान ही हो रहे हैं उसके लिए।
Mehem, who is now living in a rented room in China, is one of the more than 1,000 Pakistani students in China's Hubei province, the epicenter of the coronavirus, who have been told by their government that it has had to rule out their return home for the moment. Many other countries, including neighboring India and Bangladesh, have evacuated their citizens from Hubei as the death toll of the virus surged over 1,000 this week.
Locals in illegally occupied region of Gilgit-Baltistan continue to suffer due to Islamabad's ignorant attitude towards them. A social worker from the region recently raised concern over judicial crisis in the region due to shortage of judges. Residents of Gilgit-Baltistan, a region under Pakistan's illegal occupation, have been raising concerns over appointments of judges at the Supreme Appellate Court and it's working for long now. While expressing concern over the crisis in Gilgit-Baltistan, a social worker from the region recently said there are thousands of pending cases at the region's top court, which is closed for the past 3 years, and the only reason is governance failure by Pakistan. Pakistan's Supreme Court in its January 2019 verdict had directed appointment of judges to the Supreme Appellate Court through a judicial commission. However, locals blame bureaucracy and political parties are creating hurdles to implement the apex court verdicts in the region.
Supreme Appellate Court Gilgit-Baltistan, जो कि हाईएस्ट जुडिशल फोरम है और हाईएस्ट फोरम ऑफ अपील है जिसके ऊपर कोई अदालतें हैं, वो 3 साल से बंद है। उसकी वजह ये है कि अभी तक ये नहीं पता कि जजेस को कैसे इंडक्ट करता है, तो ये एज ए होल एक गवर्नेंस फेलियर है।
Locals in Gilgit-Baltistan allege the working of the Supreme Appellate Court in the region has now become a travesty of justice and is a joke done by Pakistan. They blame Pakistan has always exploited their resources and kept an agenda of keeping the region backward with its draconian laws and exploitative attitude. A newly introduced robotic waitress is serving food at a restaurant in capital Kabul, the first time in the war-torn country of Afghanistan. The Japan-made robot has become a local celebrity since her debut 1 month ago.
A robotic waitress named Timia in Afghan capital Kabul is rolling across a fast food restaurant to serve pizzas and fries to customers. The Japan-made robot has become a local celebrity since her debut 1 month ago. The robot attracts Kabul residents to come to the restaurant in the country where many people suffer from daily conflicts and war.
هدف کلی و اساسی ما بوده که یک انگیزه به نسل جوان باشه که با دیدن از این ربات نسل جوان ما ببینن و بتونن در آینده همچین تکنولوژی را اینونت کنن و در فناوری یک نوآوری داشته باشن.
بسیار خوب است که ما خوشحال شدیم که دیدیم که یک ربات به ما سرویس میکنه و با فامیلی هم بسیار خوب است. دیگه همین تکنولوژی رو به پیشرفت است.
Decades of war in Afghanistan has hampered the development of Afghanistan's technology, education and innovation sector, though bright spots exist as access to education, including for women, improves.
A month-long folk arts festival and fair is underway in Sonargaon on the outskirts of Bangladeshi capital Dhaka. Decoration pieces and many other objects related to the heritage of Bengal from the 17th century onwards are displayed at the mega annual event. Bangladesh's largest month-long folk art festival and fair is underway in Sonargaon on the outskirts of capital Dhaka. Decoration pieces and many other objects related to the heritage of Bengal from the 17th century onwards are displayed at the mega annual event in Sonargaon, one of the old capitals of the historic region of Bengal. Organized by Bangladesh Folk Arts and Crafts Foundation, the fair features various handicrafts made with wood, clay, brass, fabrics, among other materials by artisans from across the country. The fair that began on January 14th will continue till February 14th. Sonargaon has been recognized as World Craft City by World Crafts Council for being the birthplace of the women wear Jamdani sari or women's garment. Around 8 young boys and girls renounced worldly pleasures and embraced monkhood in a Jang initiation ceremony organized in India's western Surat city on Wednesday. Jain monks presided over the ceremony, which was attended by scores of people.
As many as 8 young boys and girls on Wednesday renounced worldly pleasures and embraced monkhood in a Jain Diksha or initiation ceremony in India's western Surat city to seek salvation. The boys and girls wore colorful traditional attires as the grand event began. They performed rituals and danced to celebrate the occasion before they vowed to give up material possessions and any emotional bonds that affect their karmic account. Hundreds of people, including Jain monks, gathered at the venue to take part in the ceremony.
हर इंसान ढूंढता है अपनी लाइफ में कि मुझे सुखी रहना है, मेरे को हैप्पीनेस चाहिए, वो नहीं मिला. फिर मैंने ये वाला मार्ग सेलेक्ट देखा कि मैं ट्राई करती हूँ अगर इस पे कुछ हो सके तो जब मैंने ट्राई किया, मैंने नवाणु किया, उपध्यान किया, तब मुझे रियली फील हुआ कि यहाँ पे जो शांति है वो और पीस है वो कहीं पे भी नहीं मिल सकता है.
जितनी छोटी उम्र में दीक्षा लेते हैं उतनी जल्दी आत्मा का कल्याण हो सकता है. इसके लिए दीक्षा ही सही है.
The boys and girls later shaved their heads and donned white clothes of a Jain monk, a key part of the initiation ceremony symbolizing total renunciation. Dressed in simple white cloth wrapped around their bodies and holding a stick in their hands, they took blessings of senior Jain monks to start a new journey in their lives.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India's zero-tolerance policy towards narcotics, says Interior Minister at BIMSTEC conference. US official says global terrorist Hafiz Saeed's conviction a step forward for Pakistan. And robot serves up food in Afghanistan for the first time. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter at SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.